Hi, today is day 13 of Swing Fit. On the final week, we are using one set of weights for some abdominal work. I'm using 5-pound dumbbells. So we'll get started right away. We're gonna come lying down on your mat. Take a little roll down if you like, working through spinal flexion. And you're just gonna lower that head all the way down. We'll start with some breathing here. So take that deep breath in through that nose. Try to relax through the face, jaw, neck, shoulders. And exhale that breath through your mouth. Again, take that deep breath in, inhaling, letting that ribcage expand, and exhaling that breath. One more here, inhaling, and exhaling. We're gonna grab onto those weights. You don't need to use weights, but you can grab onto them. I have dogs sitting. Ashley, move. Okay, so we're gonna draw those legs to a tabletop position, one at a time. You're gonna connect that spine to the mat, tilting that pelvis forward. You're gonna press that navel in, draw that ribcage in. Shoot those arms straight up, so wrists over shoulders. And we want to keep that spine connected, no arching through the back when we start moving our legs. So let's first move that leg out and bring it in, alternating leg extensions. So only go as low as you want with that leg, so we're not arching through that back. So keeping that spine connected. Maybe you need to go a little higher with the leg, up to you. Keep on breathing here. A few more like this before we add the opposite arm as leg, moving out. Take one more each side, make sure you have that navel pressed in. Now, opposite arm as leg. So we're gonna move that arm overhead and then bring it back to wrist over shoulder. So working those upper abdominals, make sure you're breathing. Don't move through this too fast. We want those muscles engaged. You wanna work through the breath. So inhale on the reset, exhale as you extend arm and leg away from each other. Holding it here. Take that inhale and exhale. Ashley, no. Breathing here. Let's do 4 more for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it all back in. Shoot those legs up so your legs are straight. Connect those weights in your hands. Now we're gonna do more of a scissor kick. So you're gonna lower one leg down, bring one leg closer to your chest, and then switch it. And then we're gonna add the arms. So the weights are connected. We're gonna move both arms together. So you're gonna bring arms overhead and bring them back. Keeping the, not moving fast, not losing the connection of your spine. Moving nice and controlled here with that breath going. So when you work that breath, you're engaging those deep transverse abdominis muscles. Bringing those arms overhead is engaging the top part of the rectus abdominis, which is the front part of those muscles. Scissor kicking these legs is helping warm up our hips and also working those low abdominals. Taking this for, let's do for 4, 3, 2, last one, and bring it back, bring that leg back, lower one leg down at a time, bring those arms on down, place those weights off to the side. We're gonna go right into a single straight leg stretch. So you can leave, we're gonna bring one leg up, straight up. You can leave one leg bent or extend it long, whichever works for you. You can also have this leg bent if you don't have the flexibility through the hamstrings. We want both hips evenly planted. You're going to circle one leg across the midline of your body, bring it down and around and back through center. Okay, we've done this before, I think in the first week. You want to keep those abdominals engaged so we're not lifting the hips. We are using that core to keep the pelvis stable. We're going to take 2 more in this direction. Bring it back through center, pause, reverse. Out wide, down and around, across the midline, back through center. Down and around. Keep that breath going. Keep those hands pressed into that mat. Again, your circle doesn't have to be as big as mine. Maybe it's smaller, which is fine, especially if you have any clicking in your hips. You can decrease that range of motion, bring it back through center, pause, lower that leg down, bend through the other leg, and switch it, extend it up. When you're ready, engage that core, cross the midline, down and around. Cross the midline, down and around. Holding this here for 3, 2, and 1. Back through center, pause, and reverse. Out wide, down and around, back, across the midline, back through center. Down and around. Holding this here for 3, and 2. Last one, back through center, and reconnect that leg. Nice job. Throw those arms wide. Let's sway both knees. Just stretching through the side, top part of the hip. Looking in that opposite direction. Bring both knees over to the other side, feeling and holding that stretch. Looking in the opposite direction. Taking that breath, bringing it back through center. Hug those knees in to your chest. You can stir those legs or back rock side to side. Holding that here. And then we're gonna press or come over to one side, getting a little bit of our side body work here. So we're gonna do that modified side plank, which we've done before. So hand on the mat, or forearm, whichever works. One arm down, one leg long, one leg bent, okay? We're gonna bring that hand, top arm to the base of our skull, elbow out wide. Pull that navel in, stack those hips, engage those glutes, so squeeze them together. Keep that tummy tucked in. We're gonna rotate down without falling, trying to reach that elbow towards the ground, and then opening it up and extending and opening up to that ceiling. So start slow and controlled. Try not to lose your balance of your body in this position. Keep that belly in tight. Keep those hips shining forward. Now, if you want to add a little bit more of a challenge, you can hover that leg and rotate like you were before and open and rotate and open. And I apologize if you hear my son screaming. That's why I'm up here, because he's playing video games. Oh gosh. So one more like this. Open it up. Hold that leg out or bring it up now. We're gonna externally rotate so those toes are towards that ceiling. We're gonna take a side bend or elbow to knee. So bring it in and extend it. You can add a little lateral flexion going towards the ground. Bring it in and extend it. Holding it here for 7 and 6 and 5, 4, head shining forward, chin is back, 3, 2, and 1. Whew. Reach that arm up overhead, hold that stretch, hover that leg, and then lower that leg down, and you can press on out of this. We'll come to side 2, or to the other side. You can either do that forearm or hand, come up to that modified plank position, side plank, hand behind the base of the skull. Let's start with the leg down, stack it, bring that navel in. You're gonna rotate and open and look towards the ceiling. Rotate, try not to fall back. Work on that breath. Focus on pressing the abdominals to that spinal wall. If you want to add that challenge, you can bring it through center, lift up that leg. Open. Rotate. Let's take this for 5 and 4 and 3 and 2. Last one. Bring it up, hold it, rotate externally with that leg, bring it in and
kind of take that little lateral flexion. So you bring it up. Take the exhale as you bring that rib to that hip bone for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it, add that stretch, and bring it on down. Woo. Nice job. You need to take a little quick figure 4 stretch. You can cross one leg over the other, pull that hamstring in. If that doesn't work for you, you can bring it like this and hinge forward from the hips, keeping that back long. And then switching legs, bringing the other leg over, hinging forward. Or again, if you have the flexibility, just bending through that leg that's on the ground, hold that stretch. And then we're going to release that, come right to a quadruped position. So wrists under shoulders, knees under hips, pull that navel in, draw that rib cage in. We're extending that back leg long. Your top of your foot is lightly touching the ground. You're gonna lift and lower that leg. So tapping the top of the foot at that ground. Keeping that tummy tucked, hips shining forward. If you want to add a challenge, bring that opposite arm out for 5, 4, 3, squeeze through those glutes on the lift. 2, don't arch through the back. 1, hold it out. We're gonna cross one leg over the other leg and bring it back. So you're tapping and crossing. If it's easier to bring that arm down, do so. Squeeze through those glutes as you bring that leg up and over. Holding it here. You could add that challenge of that arm. Held out, keep everything long. Your chin isn't on your chest. Your gaze is just straight down. Your head's in line with your spine for 5, 4, 3. Keep the navel pressed in. 2. You should feel those abdominals working. Last 1. Okay, then we're gonna bring that arm out wide to the side if you want the arm. We're going to bring that leg to the side and back. Side and back. If it's easier, lower that other arm down. So out wide and back. Don't sink into your shoulders. Keep those palms pressing in. Finishing this up for 5, 4, 3, 2, last 1, and bring it back and in. You can sit back into that child's pose between sides. Hold it here, spread those knees apart, sit those hips back, reach those arms forward. Take a deep breath. Press it back on up to all 4s. We'll get side 2, extend that other leg out long. Opposite arm, if you want to go there right away, lifting and lowering. So again, pull that navel in, draw that rib cage in. Only go as high as you are able to without arching through that low back. Hip bones shining through, squeeze through those glutes as you lift that leg. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. If you need to lower that arm down, do so. We're gonna cross over that lower leg and bring it back. And cross and back. Cross and back. Breathing here. Don't sink into those hands or have those shoulders collapsing. Let's finish this for 5. Tummy tucked. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it back, hold it. You can lower it down for a moment. We're gonna bring it out wide and back and around and tap it. So we're tapping it out to the side and bringing it in. The top of your foot will be facing pretty much, we're not rotating that leg. We're trying to keep it, it's parallel behind us. It's staying parallel as you bring it to the side. Working through those glutes, feeling it through the side glutes, through those hamstrings. Try not to shift the weight of the supporting leg over to the side. For 5, 4, 3, 2, keep those abdominals engaged. Last one, bring it back in and bring that leg in. Take that child's pose. Take one deep breath. Deep inhale through that nose. Exhale through that mouth. Press yourself back to all fours. Tuck those toes. Pike those hips up. Hold down dog. Try to connect those heels to that mat as you hold the stretch, pushing your upper body towards your legs. Maybe you pedal out those feet. Opposite heel goes up. Other heel presses down. Holding this, keeping that tummy tucked. And then pause any pedal, try to lower those heels as much as you can to that ground. Walk those hands towards your feet, shifting that weight. Tuck the navel in, round through that spine. Whew, and you're all set. Have a great day.